Well, we're on the way.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes.
Yeah, plenty of jostling in that box. They just need a good delivery.
Azar. Played out to the left flank. That's a throw. It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. And here's Azar. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Now that looks a decent ball. And he cuts out the supply. Well, it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Oh, that's wonderful alertness. Messi. And it's lofted through here. And this is Ronaldo, so no flag here. Cristiano Ronaldo! That's going to go a long way. Neither side yet able to find the net. And here's Hullet.
Hullet really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Chiellini promptly onto that, and that is that. Now it's Messi. Tonali conjures time and space where few can. Good ball over the top. That is some save from Khan! Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. And that's going wide left. Azar. Neymar. Great vision. Chance to deliver. He's having a shot! It's in! And we have liftoff! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, the angle wasn't good, and neither was the keeper. He scored then when he had no right to.
You felt it was coming, 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Bumps him off it and wins back the ball. Oh, good-looking ball. He's had a fair tumble under that challenge. And this is Ronaldo. Ronaldo was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. Messi. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. And this is Hullet. Hullet! Rude Hullet! Oh, it's fabulous! That is a gem! An absolute gem! A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Oh, that was sharp. Deliciously sharp.
It would have taken something heroic from...
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half.
Well, the second goal certainly came as a welcome surprise, Peter. So late and so potentially destructive.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. The second half is up and running. Well, that is not the best ball, and he offers an apologetic look.
He made it look a bit predictable.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Yeah, and he has to change his ways, or this referee could soon change his status.
He can run onto that. Drogba, he has found a way through. Skims on!
I think that's great defending. He just made sure he was in the right place to block it, and I bet you the keeper's very relieved.
He's dribbled past his man here.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing. And pull it! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside. South Korea choosing to make the first change. Pirlo. And it's Azar. Looking to play him in. Roberto Carlos. Roberto Carlos delivers. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. No way through. That's a sharp pass. And this is Roberto Carlos. Played in by Roberto Carlos.
Well, that has caused disappointment to some, unsurprisingly, and disgust to others. What a waste.
Neymar. Azar. And here's Son Heung-min.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
A probing pass. Oh, that's fabulous. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Messi. Messi! And that is quite wonderful. Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. It's all becoming so easy. Well, how's that for a class finish?
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy. Tries one from range. And that tested the keeper.
Well, there's always that risk, Peter, when a team commits too many numbers forward. You can't help but leave some gaps at the back. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Pirlo goes short. Well, there's the clearance. And now a sudden chance to counter. It's Son Heung-min! Oh, it's a beauty! About as smooth as it gets! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! And wow, he has given that a right old hit.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So could they be onto something here? Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
Clearly is miffed, having made the run and not get picked out.
And it's Son Heung-min. Short changes him with that pass. And that will be it. What a satisfying performance. A performance at times of determination. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. There's the whistle, and here we go. The lineup we have suggests it's going to be a 4-5-1 formation, Jim.
Well, the lone striker has to be prepared to do some of the work himself, but essentially he needs two of the three central midfielders to make runs beyond him and trust that the wide men can service the penalty box and make those link-up runs from out to in. He should get...
There's the shot! And that is quite wonderful! A finish right from the top draw! Milan finding themselves unexpectedly behind. So just the one early goal to report so far, and the score is 1-0. No, he refuses to take the bait. Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. And he's got away from him. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Well, they've got it back in a hurry. Bonucci is always looking to break lines. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Has a look and plays it forward. Neymar, a player so deservedly decorated with praise and glory. Oh, well played. Rijkaard. Messi. Now he's got space here. That is good alertness.
If they want to counter, they could do with more speed.
Just eases him off the ball. Oh, he's certainly caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle. Looking to widen the gap even further here. On it! Decent hit from there. Kimmich. Now it's Mbappe. Tries to pass it through. Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
And he's being shifted off it. And they can counter here. And this is Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo. And the finish! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Well, there weren't too many attacking options there. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Cristiano Ronaldo! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
He leaps for it! He will be livid with himself. Threads one in. That is a great pick out. Now can he find... He's having a shot! And he has kept it out somehow.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And this could be the final action of the first half. Donadoni plays it short. That's the end of the first 45. Well, there were plenty of talking points in that first half, but just the one goal. It's still anybody's game here.
I think on the whole the team linked up very well and has been organised, hence their position. They can afford to be a little braver with the ball, I think, something they'll be told many times, I'm sure, during the interval.
It's Cristiano Ronaldo!
Okay, it didn't come off, but it was clever. A nice little dummy.
Rijkaard. Neymar charging forward, the ball at his feet. That is good strength. He is through here. Takes a towering header. It's in. Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So that's two now without reply.
Well, now's the time you could afford to be more...
Shot a goal! And he hits the net! What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Yeah, the right touch in moments like that is key to what follows. All very neat and tidy.
Just one in it now.
The manager must have given them an earful at half-time, and fair play because it seems to have worked. They've got to kick on from here now.
Short changes him with that pass. The ball has bounced loose now. He has found the way through. Messi! Denied by an instinctive save.
Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Now it's Mbappe. Space for him to turn and look. He's found the way through. Real chance! And it's in. They have hauled themselves right back into it.
And that comes as a very welcome relief. Now let's see who's got what it takes to seize the initiative from here.
That really is quite fabulous. All his own doing.
Well, from the moment he got involved, he looked as if he'd go all the way. Terrific.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell. One that they hope will continue.
Donatoni. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Just about up to 75 minutes. And it's Tonali. Tonali, good purposeful running this.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Nicely aimed pass. Well timed, excellent interception. Tonali, pull it. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. And he's heaved it away. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
And this is Hullet.
That's just playing it safe and simple. I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Added time going up here, it's 3 minutes. Now that looks a decent ball. That ball looks a good one. Chance! Oh, that could be pivotal! A game of margins! A game of thrills! This might just do it! He knows it's taken a big and very kind deflection, but he... And there goes the final whistle. Well, what a game. Unpredictable to the very end, momentum shifting this way and that. The kind of match, as neutrals, we all love to come and see. So there it is. What struck you most about that? The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's away we go then. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, Erling Haaland is developing a massive reputation. The raw power, the speed, the ability to find the net in all sorts of ways. Sometimes you just wonder how you're going to stop him. And I think as a defender, you'd be hard-pressed for answers.
I think the opposition defence agree too. He's going to be the source of so many of their headaches. And he'll try from distance!
The keeper was likely to need his best there, and he found it.
Now it's Hullet. Now it's Neymar. That's a risky ball, you've got to say. Oh, good-looking ball. Now it's Inzaghi. No, he refuses to take the bait.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Now it's Neymar. Now it's Hullet. That could spell trouble. There's the delivery. That's a lovely, neat pass. Driving on and making good progress. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Looking for options for movement. Great ball and he's in. Cristiano Ronaldo! So we're still where we started right now. Nice physical challenge. And it's Tonali. That's a shade optimistic. Tonali is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Haaland. A probing pass.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Oh, good ball. It's Neymar! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Neymar actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Messi is there to clear. And now a sudden chance to counter. And this is Ronaldo. Still waiting for the game's first breakthrough goal. 40 minutes gone. Half-time closing in. Well seen. Saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Filippo Inzaghi. Oh, he had to make that, and he did make it. Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. And that interception was most necessary.
That was well played, well stopped.
The whistle's gone, and that's it for the first half. A decent enough half, but neither side able to get on the score sheet. Time for some fresh ideas in the second period, perhaps. So very little to report. Nothing, indeed, in terms of goals scored.
It's not a bad game by any means, Peter, but it definitely needs an injection of some invention, creativity. There's so much you can do with all that industry by just adding a little bit of skill.
So, no breakthrough from either side. 0-0 after 45 minutes of action. The second half is Cristiano Ronaldo! What a wonderful goal!
What a way to stamp your authority on this game, Peter. He was clearly thinking several moves ahead of everyone in the lead up to the goal. I was thinking at the break someone had to show real courage. That's it.
That is so good. Such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
Oh, what a mistake! Cristiano Ronaldo. He's through on goal here. And that has put paid to that. Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, looking in every way a marked man at the moment.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
Tries to pass it through. He's in plenty of space here. Nice interception, well timed. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor. Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Now it's Inzaghi. That's a cute ball. He's had a shot! That was a good run. Oh, terrible pass. So the team separated just by the one goal, which came early in the second period. 1-0 the score. He is through here!
I think the message here is quite clear, Peter. They want another one and will seemingly keep going until they get it.
And it's Neymar. Oh, good read.
That's great positioning. So good from him. Well, the moans and groans from the stands now are very audible.
Haaland. Nicely weighted ball. It's played through for him. Deftly away. Al Nassr have reclaimed it. Now it's Neymar. Engages and forces him off the ball. And he's been shifted off it. And that's been intercepted. And that's it. Well, that was tense. Boy, that was tense. The two sides separated by the game's only goal. Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. Well, we're on the way.
Peter, we're about to see how good Lilian Thuram is. Besides being physically imposing and quick, he's very intelligent and usually that crucial split second ahead of everybody else.
Yeah, fabulous reader of the game.
And pretty much got it all.
That's a good intervention. That was what he had to make in the face of danger that was growing. No, that's been intercepted. Pedri is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more, no less.
Now it's Luis Suarez. Van der Ven cuts out the pass. Pullet. Neymar. Oh, he's defended very well against those tricky feet. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. No goals as yet. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. He's having a shot! And he's done it! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other. And
good chance here! Well, he's had a decent crack at it.
Just couldn't quite control it. Nothing wrong with the height and the contact.
He won't be happy with that one. 30 minutes gone. Well, that is one way to stop him. Pele, of course, a dribbler of outlandish ability. And the two sides separated by the game's only breakthrough moment to this point. 1-0 the score. Well timed, excellent interception. Deftly away. And it's Hullet. Threads one in. Check, getting this one clear. And that's really well manoeuvred. Pedri. Luis Suarez. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball.
Well, it's not the best when it comes to decision-making. Okay, initially he probably was afforded the space to hold on to it, but the longer he did that, the more he was going to be swamped.
Oh, well played, well played. That's it, 45 minutes up. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Reflections on the first half?
Haven't played that badly. Getting caught again on the counter-attack is unlikely. They're switched on to that, and still very much in this game.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. So the action resumes.
Well, if you're ahead, it's a good time to start moving the ball quicker, Peter. Entice your opponents out. See if you can open them up a bit more.
Oh, he's seen that early. Used a certain sixth sense. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Space for him to turn and look. Referee's had a good look and given a corner.
They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner.
Terrific effort! And it's in! 2 up and in charge, and things are looking pretty good for them now. A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
And this is run. Oh, shooting chance! Oh, it's hit the post. Oh, that was a half-decent effort.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
And it's Hullet. Looking for the run. Shot at goal! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's really well played. It's just the type of run you need. Off the shoulder of the last defender, stay onside.
Takes a shot! Goal! Just one goal in it now! Game on! Oh, delicious! Such devilish curl!
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
France can make their change now with a break in play. France cut their deficit and look raring to go again.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now all of a sudden it seems the belief is back.
Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
Well, they're looking a whole lot more urgent now.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Chance, surely! And he's really put himself on the line here. Hullet clears it away. De Jong. Decent chance! France have their second corner now. Oh, great leap! Oh, good finish! Right back in it! Almost no time remaining. Game still on. A wonderful delivery, and all it needed was a touch.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball. Made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, that's really winded the opposition. You can see their manager screaming on the touchline, telling his team to calm down. But they'll need to do that pretty quickly. It's composure from here.
Oh, Rice! Deftly away. And it's O'Reilly. O'Reilly's cross. And he's there to clear it.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Nice interception. His positioning was spot on.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Could move up a gear here. That's a sharp pass.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
He has found the way through. Oh, he's been caught on it here. And this is Neymar! Off the post. And he's there to get it away. And I think we're done. Yes, we are done. Decent game of football, that. Intense, intrigue. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Well, the stage is set for a stirring showdown here. The supporters in great voice, and there's a real sense of anticipation in the air. Game on. So it's down to business here.
Well, this fellow, Giorgio Chiellini, Peter, is one of the game's great thinkers.
Yeah, in both an academic and a footballing sense, of course.
Yeah, and I think he'll prove key if they're looking to play on the break here. You won't get many players who are better than him in terms of ball winning, and it's all going to be about how quickly they can turn things around once they've got the ball.
And it's played forward. Costa Curta. And it's a crossfield ball towards the other flank.
That's a great ball crossfield.
That's a good run down the left. He has found the way through. Great defending, strong and determined. Tonali. Kimmich. And here's Hullet. Messi. And he welcomes it in. Well, clearly he didn't mean it that way, and he is as disappointed as anyone.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Tonali. Neymar. And Hullet! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
Terrific effort! It's in! And we have liftoff! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
So the first moment of real significance.
Yeah, and just as the manager's been reminding his players, this is the time where they can't afford to let their focus slip.
No, he's had it taken off him.
Barcelona definitely have the look of a team that likes to counter-attack, Peter.
Yeah, that is clear. Just look at how they line up.
Well, in other words, they don't mind being patient.
Now it's Forlan. Now, can they get him away? That's a good... He's had a shot! And no mistake. And once more, we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
What a moment of brilliance, control and perfect accuracy.
Speed of thought, speed of action, that's another really clever finish.
So they have it. Messi! Messi! From another planet! About as smooth as it gets. And they get themselves in front! Stylish in the extreme, a delicious goal.
That was magnificent. The way he caught it so perfectly, I think he's even managed to surprise himself, Peter.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
And that has earned a few nods of approval from the bench. Impressive jump! And that's in! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
That's the end of the first 45. High octane, high tempo, high scoring. That was quite a half of football. Caution certainly not on the agenda here from both sides.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, this has been gripping stuff. 4 goals evenly shared at the interval. It's 2-2. Back on the way then. Played out wide. Costa Curta drives forward on the overlap. Keeper has taken decisive action. And it's Tonali. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Messi did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise.
Well, welcome to the modern game. You get hounded as soon as you get the ball. You can't take time like that.
Costa Curta. And it's Kimmich. Now it's Hullet. Short changes him with that pass. Tonali plays the game a step ahead of almost anyone.
Look, they're prepared to be quite physical to contain any danger that might come their way.
Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hullet. And he's managed to get free. He's found some space. That's going to go a long way. And smartly reclaimed. Oh, it's come loose. Passes short and sharp. Vieira clears. Timber. Now Tonali. Vieira. And here's Hullet. There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. Van Dijk promptly onto that, and that is that. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Oh, well played, well sorted out. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo ploughing through the middle.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
Tonali. He's through here. Hullet. Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? The referee has given a free kick just outside the box. And he has shown him a yellow card.
Disappointing. Very disappointing. He knew what he was doing, as deliberate and cynical as it comes.
He's having a good look here.
This is the sort of thing he craves. A chance to make a telling impact.
Fallen! Fallen! That is a beauty! That is a gem! An absolute gem! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! A true beauty of a goal, so brilliantly executed.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
So we have movement on both benches. Barcelona have their lead.
Listen, when it comes to goals, Peter, in this team, he's always the #1 contender, and he's done it again. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Chance, surely! Brilliant from Valverde! A finish right from the top draw! And that is what they came to see, what they demanded to see. His first! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish. Yeah. Oh, he's taken out. That'll be a foul. And the referee has shown him a yellow card.
Well, if he's serious about trying from this range, I think he must feel he can generate the power. Big ask.
Oh, he's done it! So is that it? Is this the moment they stole it? Oh, that is a bit special. And that's it. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good. Pullet taking in the accolades, having been named man of the match, and deservedly so. So there we have it, Jim. A game... Well, what a sight this is. The colour, the choreography, the camaraderie. The fans have pulled out all the stops to make this a monumental occasion. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So we're up and running.
Peter, we're very fortunate to be in the presence of Gianfranco Zola.
One of Italy's most beautiful footballers ever.
No doubt. And he brings such a natural, instinctive feel to a game with his freedom of movement and his dazzling ball skills.
That is good alertness. Has a look and plays it forward. Van der Ven kept aware, and it is reclaimed easily. Can he get on the end of this? It's Cristiano Ronaldo! Cristiano Ronaldo, a class apart, out on his own.
What a perfect way to spark the game. The perfect statement of intent, the perfect timing, and the perfect finish.
Calm, composed, confident. What a super goal.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
Pisa finding themselves unexpectedly behind. Pass somewhat off target. Valverde. So just a one early goal to report so far. And the score is 1-0. He's having a shot! And he nearly went all the way.
Cristiano Ronaldo certainly looked hungry and exciting on the ball. Confidence is at play here.
Mateus does really well to win the ball there. That's going to go a long way. Tries to pass it through. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Zola. Now this could be a chance. Vinicius Junior unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. He came in hard, very hard.
All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
And he can clear it away. Pisa are looking to go forward now. Messi. And that interception was most necessary. Good chance here! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Oh, that pass isn't the best. Passing is crisp and sharp. Searching pass he's played there. Bonucci gets over and intercepts. Neymar. Timber wins the duel this time. Neymar. Valverde. And we've reached half-time. So a steady, solid and more than satisfactory first half. They've got the lead and that gives them something to build on after the break. Some first half thoughts?
Los Angeles really have looked very good in transitions, so I'll be expecting more of the same in this second half. They just need to remain patient and just wait for that chance to break again.
So it has been pretty frantic here. Everybody eagerly awaiting the start of the second half. Away we go again.
Well, my advice would be to keep at it. If you're doing well, keep it going.
That's an imaginative pass. Oh, Calvert-Lewin! He's beaten the kick, and there's a goal! They have grabbed themselves an equaliser!
Well, they were starting to look more and more threatening, Peter, so this comes as no surprise. The fans here are pretty fired up now.
Sharp, simple, satisfying. He just knew what was on.
Such good movement. Some players have that natural ability to be in the right place at the right time. We've just seen the perfect example.
We're looking at a different game now.
This is exactly the kind of contest you'd expect when you have so much class from both sides. The next goal is going to be so significant.
Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out.
We're in for an intriguing second half now. Contrasting moods that could reverse in a flash.
Deftly away. Ambitious ball here. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. No way through. Now it's Dembele. And that has been cut short. Van de Ven. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Neither of these two want to come off second best.
Yet another interesting duel this.
Calvert-Lewin. Nicely shaped ball. He can run onto that. Well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Just about up to 75 minutes. Now that's well seen too. That's a sharp pass. Valverde. And it's Messi. He's picked his way through.
Don't you just love the level of intensity here? Neither is prepared to back down, and to be honest, that's how it should be.
Not the most convincing of passes. Cruyff. Well, the boss won't be happy about that at all. They were pedestrian in possession and carried almost no threat at all. Chance here to counter. And it's Cruyff. Timber spots it and intercepts. The chip pass hasn't quite come off. A probing pass. Nicely intercepted. Olise. Looking to pass their way up the pitch. That's good running with the ball. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Can he finish? Oh, that could be pivotal. A game of margins. A game of thrills. This might just do it. That was a given. It always was.
Some great movement here, and the pass was perfect. All he had to do was just apply the finishing touch.
And when the manager called on him, he was only too happy to repay that faith.
I think the manager's claiming an assist here.
And we're done. Well, that was close. Both sides playing their part in a great game of football, a real ride that had all of us glued to our seats from the very beginning. Cristiano Ronaldo claiming the Man of the Match award, and there is very little room for argument. So a game of thrills and tiny margins, so many what-ifs and what might-have-beens, but eventually we have a winner.
Los Angeles really wanted this. I mean, look at...
So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. There's the whistle, and here we go. While plenty argue, Jim, that Lothar Matthäus is the complete footballer. Do you think so?
Yep, he's a goal-scoring number 10 and a sweeper all in one. That's a pretty unique skill set. His career is all about leadership, glory and superb character.
And not a few goals, actually.
Yeah, of course.
And he cuts out the supply, and it's Neymar. And now the breakaway, and that's been intercepted.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Rummenigge. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he?
Kilmarnock with the corner, there first. Cleared away. Engages and forces him off the ball. And now they can spring out of defence. Oh, perfectly measured that. And this is Messi. Oh, well cut out. No margin for error there at all. Pepe clears. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Backward it goes. That's destined for the flank. Hangs one in. He's rising! He will be livid with himself.
I thought it was a really good break. No shortage of pace nor intensity. Exactly what's required when on the counter-attack.
Pinches it off him. That's put paid to the danger. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Oh, that's fabulous. Cristiano Ronaldo. Oh, important interception. Deftly away. So we're still where we started right now. And it's Messi. Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
Neymar deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Vieira. And there's the shot! He's done very well to get to that.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played. They've got a healthy number of very tall targets to pick out from this corner. Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
Kilmarnock are looking to go forward now. Oh, he's bustling through here. Matthäus. Oh, that pass isn't the best. And this is Ronaldo. There's the shot! And that would have been some goal.
That was really positive from him. He was far too good for those defenders and nearly scored a cracker.
This their second corner of the game. And now a sudden chance to counter. Now that looks a decent ball. Well, there is a look that says it all. A piercing stare.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
And the whistle goes for half-time. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. The midway point of the game.
Los Angeles really can be happy with the strong finish to the half and have no reason to be upset with their overall performance. I think they just need to keep going now, stick at it, and eventually they'll get a break.
So we are where we began. The scoreline remains 0-0 at the break. The second half is up and running.
Los Angeles clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Mateus. Passing is crisp and sharp. And he's only too happy to take that back. Plays a sharp little ball here. Bullet! And yes, it's there! The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Tonali can so cleverly bypass the press. And this is Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! That is delicious! A finish of true class! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
Well, no goalkeeper would keep that out. It really was a bullet.
I think it was probably past the keeper before he even saw it. Incredible he got so much power with so little backlift.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the...
Oh, what a mistake! And he's gone looking for safety. Raul. It's a threatening ball.
Kilmarnock clearly are pushing for the win here, Peter. It's making for a very frantic end to this game.
Can he spark a counter here? And it's De Jong. Oh, good read.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him. There they go, hunting again.
This is intriguing. Next goal critical.
Well, a goal either way at this stage would qualify as a steal.
Olise. And here's Valverde. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, he's done it! A game of margins, a game of thrills. This might just do it. A truly wicked strike, nigh on perfection.
Oh, what a hit, Peter. And there was nothing lucky about it, let me tell you. It was measured. It was simply inch perfect.
Well, they've done the hard part. Now to survive the last few minutes. Referee looks at his watch and blows his whistle. They are pumped. Boy, they're pumped. A tough win earned through the... Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. And that gets things running. So, Jim, tell me this, who are you looking for in particular here?
Yeah, Cristiano Ronaldo. I don't think there's any doubt he's one of the best around, Peter. Probably one of the best ever. He's an incredible physical specimen and a phenomenal goal scorer. You can't question his commitment and determination either. He's always in peak condition and he'll adapt his game to whatever role is requested of him. I think he's going to have a huge impact on this team.
Yes, he's certainly the one who carries the hopes of his team. Rui Costa, that's a cute ball. Oh, well played.
Well, he got rid because he was under pressure.
And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Rui Costa. And the counter is on. Neymar scooting forward. And he cuts out the supply. Over to the right flank. And it's Nedved. And he's quick to return it. Tonali getting this one clear. Well, there's the clearance. So a third of the match, or thereabouts, gone, and we still await the first goal. Bout of passing here, really. It's Nedved! Oh, that looked awkward, but he had a good crack at it.
Well, he's clearly in one of those moods. I think even he was asking perhaps a little too much from himself then.
And he skips past his man, Cristiano Ronaldo.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Good defending, albeit from an unexpected source.
He's dealt with that very well, Peter. It's a real show of discipline. What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement.
Tonali. He's going for goal! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure. Size really matters, and it's time to make it matter now.
And a header! And he's done it! And we have liftoff! Certain, searing, and imperious.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Oh, that's fabulous. Shoots! It's a goal! Again, in a trice, and they are soaring! Everyone waited for the cross, but he had other ideas.
Well, all I can say is that he did very well to squeeze it in near post. He didn't have much to aim at.
So that's two now without reply.
There's a certain authoritativeness in everything they do now. If they want to kill off this game, now's the time to get it done.
Cristiano Ronaldo! How so? And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
And that ought to encourage an even more ambitious approach in this second half, Peter, with control already established.
Well, that was a gem of a half. Remarkable on all fronts. The difference is two, but still, all things are possible. So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half. Rui Costa is offering some sort of an apology there.
Well, that's down to a simple miscalculation. No more.
Bullet! Now that wasn't a bad hit by any means.
Well, that was the one I actually thought he was going to produce. It's a good effort keeping it down like that.
And smartly reclaimed.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Good read, needed to be. Can he get on the end of this? That's an imaginative pass. Neymar is wide and looking to get onto this.
Cristiano Ronaldo clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything his way. It's the sort of situation they'll want to capitalise on now.
And that has been knocked clear. Now it's Luis Suarez. Tries a shot! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. So time for change, and this one has been on the cards for a little while. Ambitious ball here. Oh, the chip pass hasn't quite come off. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Applies the finish! That's a sharp pass. Makaleli. Oh, good read. That's been cut out, well played. Well, a glitch with the rangefinder there, and evident annoyance.
Encouraged the pass with an intelligent run, but the pass just lacked pace.
Nice looking ball. Threads one in. Played out towards the right wing. The less said about that pass, the better. That is ended up in no man's land. And that's that. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. And we're underway. Alessandro Costa Curta, he doesn't have what you'd call a classic centre-back's physique, does he?
No, but his game is never really about athleticism, power and the physical stuff. He never has to let it be.
Yeah, it's interesting because he's still become considered one of the greatest defenders of his time. How's that?
Well, it's characteristics like leadership, his class, his tenacity. He's nigh on perfect reading of the game and all done with immaculate discipline.
Driving on and making good progress. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bullet! And he has kept it out somehow.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
That's a decent clearance. Pedri gets it away. Neymar. Neymar's cross. It's out of play, and it is a goal kick. Not the best distribution from the keeper. And he's straight offside. No goals as yet. Looking to play him in. No, it's come to nothing. And that's been intercepted.
That was well played, well stopped.
Looking to pass their way up the pitch. Pedri. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Good take. And Hullet! Ruud Hullet! Beyond special! What a player! He's got himself an absolute peach. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
It would have taken something heroic from the keeper to get anything on that. The height was tricky enough, but the power, he had no chance.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Now it's Neymar. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
His teammates are really annoyed with that, you know, and they have every right to be.
We've got 5 minutes till half-time. Oh, now he can run away with it. And this is Messi! It's a goal! They are purring, truly purring. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch and they're dazed.
Sabah choosing to make the first change. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are very visible now. They really fancy themselves to go and wrap things up.
Now, what about a counter-attack? And that interception was... And the referee has signalled for half-time.
Well, I don't think most of us were expecting a second, Peter. It's become pretty much the ideal half.
That certainly seems to be the case.
Well, both half-time team talks will undergo change now. One will be solid, the other needs to be pretty inspiring.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. Away we go again. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar has it out wide and in space. Real chance! Yes! With fun and fury, they continue to do their thing. He won't get many simpler than that, but he's certainly not complaining.
Yeah, he showed great reactions there. Right place, right time, easy pickings.
And the shot! He's got a goal! Truly superb. A goal of such supreme quality, composure and class.
Well, we could be a little critical of that defence then, but the timing was pretty much perfect.
So could they be onto something here? Vieira. Oh, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. And it's Vieira. So, Jim, is that the manager telling the forwards that they must stay forward for now?
Well, I think he just is concentrating on the shape here, and he wants them to press as high as they can and get in the right position to do that collectively.
Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And here's Mbappe. Messi. Oh, well played, well played.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
And they're back on the ball again. Rice. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Bullet! Oh, the keeper's done ever so well.
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it.
This their second corner of the game. Sabah have the chance to go the other way. Now it's Mbappe. And the pass is intercepted. Just about up to 75 minutes. He won't be happy with that one. So what can they make of this? Juve. Driving through the middle. Can he finish? Another one of football's and how moments.
Oh, that miss could really prove costly. They don't want to be missing too many of those.
Vieira gets it away. And now they can spring out of defence. And it's Messi. Can he get it through? Oh, that's fabulous. Pull it. Sabah can't breathe again. Just.
Yeah, they showed a vulnerability until the move was stifled. That'll have stirred a little concern.
Wan-Bissaka simply refused to be outdone there. Now it's Messi. And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
And here's Pedri. Pedri driving forwards. And that's it. So smiles all round as they shamelessly indulge in the post-whistle euphoria. A win achieved through the right balance of industry and inspiration. A really satisfying... So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. And the mood is boisterous. It is a perfect ambience for the central characters who are ready now to perform. So it's down to business here. So here is the master craftsman, the arch schemer, the distributor-in-chief, Andrea Pirlo.
And I imagine he's already thinking of ways to pull all the strings from that deep-lying position of his.
He's great, isn't he? The vision he has, the way he can see and measure everything in front of him.
Yeah, it's just fair to say that he's always that one step ahead of his opponents.
Timber. And it's with the keeper. That pass has been well intercepted. Nicely weighted ball. Gravenberg. Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. He's shifting through the gears here.
Pretty robust defending.
Oh, the referee's got a decision to make here. What's he going to give? No, the referee's decided that he was fouled outside the box, and it is just a free kick. Pepe has got the wrong side of the referee and got himself a yellow card for his troubles.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
That's headed upfield. No goals as yet. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. Well seen, saw that coming.
He read that really well and stopped it.
And a chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? Spread to the right. Well, the defence just about came out on top, but they were certainly tested. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
And here's Cristiano Ronaldo.
Well, a few of his teammates are quite furious with him as they felt they were within reach, but he made nothing of it. His boss doesn't look too...
Eze! And the keeper has reacted superbly there.
Eze is offering a wry smile there.
Now it's Hullet. Oh, he's found support out wide. He's got away. Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he's hit the bar! He is just caressing the ball. And that's been drilled in. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Neymar. It's Neymar! Oh, denied brilliantly!
I think he's done great there, both reading it and dealing with it. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Getting up there! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Oh, nearly, but not quite. Cafu. Now Pirlo. Knocks it out wide. And the return pass. Schneider. It's loose and there's a race for the ball.
Well, that's good defending. He squeezed the play and he gave him no chance to get on the turn.
Ibrahimovic! And that marks a high-octane end to the first half. So we go in at half-time with both defences still yet to be breached. They rather cancelled each other out in the first period. Let us see what the second half brings. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Los Angeles have been huffing and puffing, but they don't look as if they're going to blow anything away. Their end product is just way short of standard.
Still waiting for this to take off. It's goalless at half-time. So straight into the second half.
Los Angeles are probably feeling relatively good about themselves, so I don't think the manager has seen anything to change in his half-time team talk.
Schneider has been booked, just to confirm, for that earlier incident. Oh, good spread. And that's been slipped through. Can he finish? They've scored!
Oh, he's quite the pro. The speed and sharpness in his game gives him an advantageous edge, and he applies it with lethal effect. He's class, real class.
The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
The first breakthrough.
Well, it looks like a bit of half-time encouragement was all that was needed, because we have a very different game on our hands now, Peter.
Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. And the referee has shown him a yellow card. Time then for the first substitution of the game.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
And they can counter here. Driving on and making good progress.
Los Angeles really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Goes down, but nothing given.
Los Angeles really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
And it's Tonali. And he's had it nicked away. Now it's De Bruyne. And that has been cut short. Neymar. That is good progress on the left. Well, this could be it for something close to a minor miracle. And the shot! No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Looking for options for movement.
Los Angeles really don't have a choice now. They just have to throw everything forward and give themselves a chance to draw level.
There's some great running on show here, but ultimately there was no way through. De Bruyne is in a really good... And a header! Didn't quite get enough on that.
Yeah, some good movement inside the box. No shortage of targets here.
And the referee brings it to a close. Well, that was tense. The two parties separated by the game's only really meaningful moments. Intriguing for the neutrals, unbearable sometimes. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up, and we'll be getting underway very soon. So straight into the action. Jim, who do you... It's Bale! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Bale actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Can he get on the end of this? Oh, he's having a go! Oh, he's given that plenty, but no.
I think that was probably what the opposition wanted him to do, Peter. They're not going to be overly worried.
Good chance here! Messi! From another planet!
Well, this is already looking rather ominous for the opposition. When a player of his calibre can open up the scoring with a brilliantly classy finish, it could be a very long match for that defence to prevent it happening again.
A truly super goal. What a spiky... Batistuta! Well, now it's a race for the ball. What has happened here? That's put paid to the danger. And it's Wan-Bissaka. Now the cross. And that should get the job done. That's been cut out, well played. And now the breakaway. And that's going wide left. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Schneider. Batistuta. Threads one in. Batistuta unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. And that could set him on his way. And he's gone looking for safety. So just a one early goal to report so far. 1-0 the score. And he's managed to get free. He's rising! And that's a tidy finish. And they're threatening to fly away here. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
So that's two now without reply.
Yeah, and you have to say that the contrast of moods are...
And Messi! O'Reilly clears it away. Swung over. That's destined for the flank. Oh, good play on the left-hand side here. Marcelo charging forward down that flank. And out it comes again. And we have our very first corner. Terrific effort! And he's heaved it away. Now, can they get him away? Nicely aimed pass. And he plays one through. And the referee has signalled for half-time. How's the first half compared with your expectation?
Well, I think things have worked out pretty well so far, Peter. If it ain't broke, don't fix it. So I think the manager has to resist change at this stage.
Well, who could have predicted a scoreline like this after just 45 minutes? The sides separated by 2. So we're straight back at it. Bullet! It's hit the upright. No, just not quite.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
Well, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Messi going like a man possessed at the moment. Bumps him off it and wins back the ball.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
Rangers appear to be happy to let their front players stay up front all the time.
Well, it's signalling to the opposition that they're setting themselves up for the counter-attack. It's plain and simple.
And that's been intercepted.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Vieira. Messi looking understandably energised after his goal. Now that's well seen too.
Hullet clearly held on to it far too long there. Did he do enough to find someone? He looked as if he had his mind set on trying to do everything.
Shot a goal! Oh, fine stop from the keeper.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that's another good win of the ball. Tonali stood up well to him there. Mbappe. And this is Bale. He's going for goal! Denied by an instinctive save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
And the pass is intercepted. Oh, good-looking ball. And it's Batistuta. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
Whistle's gone, that's a foul. So we have movement on both benches. Vieira. Olise. Some good work on the right flank here. He has found the way through. Kante defending his corner stubbornly, stood up very well to his man. Now it's Ferran Torres. Oh, he's burst through!
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
Chance for a shot! Oh, he's got that all wrong, and it's a penalty. So a big chance now from 12 yards. This for genuine comfort. Oh, that's a brilliant save!
Oh, once the save was made, the change to both mindsets could be hugely telling now.
Olise tries to pass it through. Oh, just skips past. And Puskás! And needless to say, that deserved better.
Well, you have to say how clever the pass was. It caught the defence off guard because of the disguise on it, and it makes it all the more disappointing that he didn't top it off with a finish.
And that is the final whistle. Well, don't you just love it when a plan comes together? Victory never in doubt in the mind of the mastermind in all of this. A solid win, which will be welcomed all round. Cristiano Ronaldo, voted man of the match. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. There's the whistle. Jim, which player is best equipped for this game?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's just about unbeatable in every department, Peter. He's strong, he's quick, he's totally dominant in the air. And what's more, he seems to really love a tussle. His passing's good too, and he never seems to lose it in important areas.
He'll try from distance! But he's left disappointed.
Yeah, we can't fault him for the attempt, although it might have been a case of momentary tunnel vision then.
And he's been shifted off it. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Tries a measured ball. Tries a shot! Goal! Paris Saint-Germain! One sweeping move executed with deadly efficiency.
Paris Saint-Germain are such an adept counter-attacking team. They produced something out of nothing there. A few seconds was all it took for them to convert a defensive situation into a goal, and it's very impressive.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Nicely weighted ball. Great ball, and he's in here. Can he finish? Ronaldo! Superb! He's got himself an absolute peach. A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye.
Well, going behind has simply triggered a collective determination to hit back, and they merit nothing less.
He has given that the lot. Bang!
Well, that was hit with genuine ferocity. You just don't stop those, Peter.
We're looking at a different game now.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
And it's Gerrard. Vieira makes a dash for it. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. Well, the defence proved infallible then, but that won't be the last. And there's the shot! And it's hit the woodwork and out! Neymar, facing up to his adversary. This is a formidable matchup. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neymar. Oh, lovely bit of skill. Gerrard. McAllister is always scanning the pitch for targets. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Hullet. Oh, he's having a go! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. Gerrard. And there's a search. And the finish! It's a decent watch, a frantic watch. It is half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. How would you review the first half?
Well, both sides would have expected a closely fought match, and that's pretty much what we've got so far. The early exchanges, I think, in this second half will be worth keeping an eye on to see if any adjustments have been made to change things.
Hullet, he's through on goal here. Ah, that's a super piece of goalkeeping.
Listen, in those situations, he always looks as if he's in control. He never seems to get flustered. Exemplary.
Hullet showed plenty of zest in getting to the ball, but couldn't quite sort it out. Paris Saint-Germain can breathe again, just.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, super ball! And the shot! And a neat finish! They've done it! It was coming! They have their reward! They forced the error and extracted the maximum punishment.
Welcome to the reality of modern football, Peter. You get pressed from the front and you have no time on the ball whatsoever. You can't afford to switch off for a moment.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Well, they've done the hard part now, Peter. Can they cling on? Or even better, can they get another?
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Dani Olmo. Paris Saint-Germain are looking to play on the counter here, aren't they?
Well, I think it's pretty clear they've changed their shape, certainly when defending at least, because they've got to be ready to hit them hard on the counter-attack, and that seems to be the plan.
Hullet wants to run onto this. Van Dijk. That's a lovely, neat pass. Cristiano Ronaldo. It's Cristiano Ronaldo! And for a moment, time stood still.
Well, let that be a lesson to them. If they don't stay focused all the time, they're going to be made to pay.
And here's Zola. Dani Olmo. Bonucci deals with that comfortably.
Paris Saint-Germain really are going for it here, Peter. Now it's just a matter of sustaining the effort.
They're coming again and again.
A lucky break would certainly help their cause now.
Bonucci with the clearance.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
He's picked his way through. And he was alert to it. McAllister with the clearance.
Los Angeles can really think about the precious seconds that took off the clock. No need to overly commit now.
Tonali. Messi. And here's Zola. That's that, the end. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from... The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. So that's got things underway. Hullet making another milestone appearance here. It is game number 400, Jim Beglin.
Yeah, his achievements are incredible. He made a commitment to this team and he has honoured it by giving his all, week in and week out. A proper stalwart. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage and it's time for them to use it.
Tries to get it clear. There's the shot! And now a sudden chance to counter. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Pinches it off him. Timber. Some intricate passing, looking to progress the ball. Neymar. And it's Messi. Messi. Good driving run.
That's good play from him.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Varane did well to emerge with the ball. That's a contest to keep an eye on. Picked out brilliantly. Neither side yet able to find the net. Plays a sharp little ball. Chance for a shot! Goal! And that is about as cool as they come. He picked his spot expertly.
Just way, way too good, Peter. The keeper was never going to stop it.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Well, this will present the manager with a few interesting options, Peter. Try sitting on this or push on with the opposition now forced to come out.
Cristiano Ronaldo. Now real chance! And he stuck it away. And the lead lost no time at all.
Yeah, they say that fortune favours the brave, and we've just seen an example. This team has real personality and character.
And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
It's starting to look very interesting, this.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback. And this
Shoots! And he nearly went all the way.
that was some seriously slick play. Pretty much textbook apart from the finish. Very impressive movement.
This their second corner of the game. Good ball. And a chance! And it's in! And they get themselves in front! An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here? Cannavaro. Rummenigge. Robson. He has found the way through. Rummenigge tries a shot! And it's hoisted clear. And it's Messi. Rummenigge threads one in. Neymar. Oh, here's a man adored by many, even deified by some. Kaka. Rijkaard. And for the first half, that is that. So we have here a genuinely competitive game with neither team truly in control. A single goal the difference at half-time. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They'll want a good start to the second half.
So that's how it stands at halfway. We'll be back with the second. Takes a shot! And it's in! A goal beyond special, however it came. 400 not out. He hit that like he meant it. Absolutely speared it in.
Well, he's absolutely drilled that, Peter. When you hit it like that, the keeper's not going to be able to do much about it.
It is compelling, this. Utterly compelling.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
That is good alertness.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack. Mission 1 has been accomplished, so why not continue with the same approach?
And it's Messi. That is good strength.
Well, he certainly wasn't in the mood to take any risks.
And they're quick to get it back. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He's beaten the last man. Little doubt, that is a foul. He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. I do think he's feeling the effects of that tackle. Vieira. Rijkaard. Darren Fletcher. Well seen. Saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Messi. Big chance! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Really looked sharp there, didn't he? That's very well played.
And that has been cut short.
That pressing is so good, it's nice and early.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Well, the two coaches are signalling changes here, both at the same time. Shevchenko making good progress on the right-hand side. Oh, that looks a cracking ball. Rooney! Well taken goal. And they've got their lead back. A momentary lapse mercilessly exploited. They were absolutely lethal.
Oh, look at the manager here. He's absolutely fuming, and he has every right to be. You can't win football matches if you give the ball away like that.
And very quickly, the substitute made his mark.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
You have to credit the desire we've just seen here, Peter, the desire to stick to your task and keep on chipping away. Some might have backed off, but not this lot. This is very impressive. They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Time added on 4 minutes. Vieira. Olise. Passes coming off in quick succession here. Hullet. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. And that will be it. A game of margins of thrills, the sort of game that is a great advertisement for our sport. Sad in a way that's... Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now. Colours vivid and vibrant, songs loud and proud. The tone for this game is well and truly set. So that's got things underway.
Well, if you're looking for a match winner, Peter, look no further.
Lionel Messi, the great genius himself. It felt almost unfair at times, didn't it? The way he just seemed to sweep the opposition aside. Even traditional bogey teams were just powerless to resist him when he was on his game.
Yeah, and I remember one game against the boys from Madrid when that famous front three were simply unplayable. They each scored a goal, with Messi grabbing the last one to put the icing right on the cake.
Messi! Messi! A real chance and a real let-off.
It wasn't the best strike, to be honest, Peter. The pass might have been a better option there.
Oh, well played. That has snuffed out the danger. Messi is offering some sort of an apology there.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass, Peter, did he?
Oh, that's fabulous. Oh, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. Timber kept his eye on it, and he's there. Great ball, and he's in here. And the shot! Goal! Manchester United! And that is fabulous. A true beauty of a goal.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
Manchester United have broken through. It's 1-0.
It's so often the case with goal scorers. Little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Messi. And Messi! It's in! And they're threatening to fly away here. That was easy. Almost too easy.
Such a smart finish, and the setup was very good too, but defensively, they didn't cover themselves in glory here.
Things starting to look very comfortable.
To be expected, Peter. They've gone and stepped it up, something they've been
John, surely! Relentless! Just relentless! They are purring, truly purring. That is so good, such sharp skills and such a delicious finish.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
3-0 and things are starting to look awfully cosy.
I think there's been a greater menace to everything they've been doing during this spell. One that...
He's having a shot!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Towering header! And he hits the net! It could be a lifeline! 2 more needed! Certain, searing and imperious.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Still behind by 2. Is there a way back into this? He's found a way through. Oh, he's got a side of... Can he finish? And that's in. With half-time at hand. Perfect timing. The movement so precise. The finish sumptuous.
Well, it's an example of counter-attacking at its finest. Real cut and thrust.
And a really good game is threatening to break out here.
Well, what a difference a goal makes. Now, all of a sudden, it seems the belief is back.
And this is Ronaldo. He's picked his way through. Now, can he find a finish? And a chance! That's the end of the first 45. It is quite a game, breathless and laced with excitement.
Well, I can tell you it's been a wonderful watch, Peter. I'm not complaining. The goals just seem to keep on coming. It clearly means that defending hasn't been at its best, but you know what I'm like when it comes to defending.
Well, that just about sorts out the first 45 minutes, and we'll be back with the second very soon. And we are back underway.
Los Angeles really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Easy enough for the goalkeeper.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Oh, that looks a cracking ball. So no flag here. No messing about, just bludgeoned away. Messi. Messi running with intent. Well, that defending is unapologetically persistent. It's almost personal, and it had to be. Now it's Pelé. Olise is always looking to play quality balls. Tonali. And it's Neymar. Nicely shaped ball. And the through ball. Oh, he's been caught napping. Can he finish? And it's in. Irrepressible, imperious, that's what makes him what he is. A moment that needed composure, and he had plenty of it.
Well, that's great disguise he got on that finish too. Just toying with the defence, making them guess the wrong thing to do. Made him look a bit silly, Peter.
And with that, the hat-trick is complete.
He has simply been truly awesome. He really has stamped his authority on this.
Well, what a game we have on our hands here.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
He's been bundled over, that is a foul. Oh, no messing about, it is red. Well, there may be some scope for debate over the seriousness of the offence, but none over its repercussions. They'll have to see out the rest of the game with 10 men. Pelé ready to try one. And he's gone backward here. A hefty challenge, but fair enough. Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Now he's got space here. Nice interception, well timed.
Well, there's no doubt that they want to win this, Peter. They'll have to maintain the energy and dynamism until the very end, though.
Looking tidy in possession here. Neymar. Neymar, very much a man of this moment. A game with so much to recommend it. Fabulous contest, but still no clear winner.
It's a very open game and an exciting one.
There's the shot!
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Well seen. Saw that coming.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Messi has created one goal already. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Neatly clipped into space. And that is that. What a game. A contest of ferocity and marvellous talent from start to So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Well, colour and passion just oozing from the stands here. These fans love their football, and we're about to be dished up a feast of it. So that's got things underway. Gabriel Batistuta, Jim, pretty much the embodiment of the complete striker, wouldn't you say?
Devastating. A great goal scorer and a scorer of great goals too. Given the ball anywhere near the box, and you know what the outcome will be.
The very example of a centre-forward.
Absolutely, he was pretty close to perfection for most of his career.
And once more, he proves rigid and robust. Messi. Very nicely done. Now it's Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Van der Ven gets across to intercept that. And here's Neymar. Messi carries the ball down the right. And that interception was most necessary.
That's great positioning. So good from him.
Neymar running with intent. Real chance! Goal! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Yeah, he gets top marks for that finish. I honestly thought his odds weren't that good.
You felt it was coming. 1-0.
Yeah, it's rare that one is enough though, Peter. I get the feeling they'll be wanting another as soon as possible.
It's a searching pass. Pedri. Ronaldinho. Knocks it into space. And this is Ronaldinho. Ronaldinho! Well, that was nice, but not quite the end product required.
Ronaldinho deserves a lot of credit for his willingness to make those runs. The passers will always have an option with him.
It's a poor throw that, picked off with relative ease. 30 minutes gone.
Whatever happens, that's the kind of movement which raises hope.
Pedri. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. 1-0 the score. And here's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Cristiano Ronaldo! Oh, there was plenty on that.
Los Angeles certainly looks sharp there. They're very well drilled in this art of counter-attacking.
And this is Hullet. Messi. And this is Hullet. Oh, good climb! And it's in! And they're threatening to fly away here! A really thumping header, absolutely crashes it in.
So well played, Peter. Did a great job keeping sight of the ball, made a classic move and met it perfectly.
Time then for the first substitution of the game. So that's 2 now without reply.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off the shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now.
Oh, good effort! Relentless! Just relentless! Irrepressible! Imperious! That's what makes him what he is! What a header! Flashed in with the crispest of contacts.
He did so well there, attacking the ball the way he did. He got a strong forehead behind that one.
And with that, the hat-trick is he's had a shot! Great football, shot and save.
Los Angeles really are good at what they're doing. They'll gladly take any opportunity to launch that counter.
And this could be the final action of the first half. He's rising! And that's a good finish. A quite incredible spell. They are flying. Pick that one out. It was a bullet.
Yeah, it all came.
And that's it. So just time for me to say thanks to Jim for his wisdom. Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Well, the pre-match build-up has been fantastic. Now, the game itself. There's the whistle.
Peter, I can't recall a better leader of a line than Marco van Basten.
Yeah, a great scorer of goals and, of course, a scorer of great goals.
Yeah, and because of that, the words audacious and spectacular come to mind, and I think they best sum up what he could muster on a consistent basis.
Oh, he's caught him there. It's a free kick. Neymar. Nicely weighted ball. Ronaldo unable to make it happen for all his good intentions. Tries to pass it through. He's got away. In by Hullet. Oh, good effort! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Cristiano Ronaldo actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest. Well, look, they know they've got a height advantage, and it's time for them to use it.
Cleared without hesitation. Sepahan are looking to go forward now. Whatever he had in mind, that was not it. Threads one in. Nice interception, well timed. Tonali. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And it's Messi. No, he refuses to take the bait. Rijkaard did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Chance for a shot!
Will simply have to tip his hat to the keeper here because that was a magnificent save.
Challenge just a bit on the firm side. And the whistler's gone for a reckless challenge there. And he has shown him a yellow card. Well, the players are flocking round their fallen colleague, and they look worried.
Well, Peter, when you're up against a speedster, you've got to get to him early and not let him get into his stride, and they're just not doing that.
Vieira. Played out wide. Can he get on the end of this? Neither side yet able to find the net. Well timed, excellent interception. Rooney. Messi. Messi will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! That is lovely, finished with amazing expertise.
Oh, that's an incredible shot. The dip and the curl he managed to get on it. Impeccable technique, Peter. Absolutely impeccable.
So we have the first goal.
Well, that gives them the privilege to control the tempo of the game. It's up to them to manage it from here now.
Yeah, he's fouled him there. And he's going to have his name taken.
Yeah, he may feign to shoot and just play it into the box.
Oh, great save by Dida! And that is a little undercooked. Now it's Kakitani. And this is Kakitani. Van der Ven. 1-0 here just before the break, and it looks as though it's going to stay that way for now. Tries to play it through. He's picked his way through. Oh, he's been caught napping. Too much on it, and that is an easy claim for the keeper. Cannavaro. And if you have just joined us, still just one goal between them. And the score is 1-0. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. Aimed beyond the defence. Chance! And the keeper couldn't hold it. Oh, denied brilliantly.
Cristiano Ronaldo is offering a right smile there.
This possibly the last play of the half. A header! Well, now it's a race for the ball. Caught offside that time. And that signals the end of the first period. Well, it's certainly simmered along nicely so far. Just the one goal in it, and it's all still very much up for grabs. Any opinion you'd like to express on the first half?
Well, I think it's a case of so far, so good. The boss has clearly done his homework, and I don't think he needs to change much during the break. Now they've got the lead.
Chance, surely! Rijkaard. Oh, that is asking for trouble.
Sepahan always have been a side that are known for pressing, a style that's very high tariff, Peter.
But it can pay off big time, can't it?
Yeah, just about every top side are doing this now.
Can he finish? And yes, it's there! And this is getting better and better. Well, it's taken a big deflection, but boy, he will want that one. Things starting to look very comfortable.
Well, that's a real psychological weight off their shoulders, I think. It's a very different game now at 2 up. Well, yet another interception and a show of anticipation to be commended.
And the through ball. Well read, and the danger is averted. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
And he's managed to get free. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, quality clearly deserted him at the crucial moment.
He made it look a bit predictable.
That is good alertness. Rooney, Kakitani, great ball, and he's in here.
That's just playing it safe and simple.
And here's Ronaldinho. Brilliantly cut out. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Sepahan clearly didn't help themselves by telegraphing that one. It was always going to be intercepted.
That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. Ronaldinho. Oh, he's burst through. Great chance! And he's stuck it away. Just one goal in it now. Game on! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective...
He's given it away. And he's got away from him. There's the shot! And it's in! The lightness of step, the sharpness of movement, the certainty of finish.
I'm not making any apologies, but I was willing him to supply the finish, and he came up trumps.
And now he has two. Well, that has changed the dynamic somewhat.
Yeah, I can't think of a better time, Peter, to get that 2-goal cushion. That, for me, should be decisive.
Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. And that's a nicely shaped ball. Now this could be... And Hullet! And it's there! Up by 3. They have their boots on the throats of their foes. Gorgeous, just to have the audacity to do it.
Well, he had time to weigh up the fact that the keeper was vulnerable, and he duly lobbed him.
So now the difference is 3. Hullet never out of the action for very long, and he's had it nicked away. Now the ball's gone astray. Has a look up and delivers. Easy enough for the goalkeeper. So what can they make of this? Now that is tiny, really tiny. Oh, he's having a go! It's off target and by quite a way. Oh, that's ambitious. And he's straight offside. And time is up. Well, that was a shimmering, sizzling, scintillating game. The key characters glittered throughout.